back to Bitcoin Advisors. My name is Chris, and it is a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Westlake Village, California. And I do hope you all had an amazing holiday weekend. And I do want to say thank you to everybody who participated in our little contest to win $1,000 in free Bitcoin, which the winner will be drawn at the end of this video. So make sure you watch it to the end and like and subscribe. We have lots to talk about today, and I do want to put the focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum, having some major breakdowns alongside Solana and Cardano. Now, we are still up about $100,000 on our trading account here, and I do want to point out that I will be looking at some risk management strategies to go over there. What else did I want to bring our attention to? You can, again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and always I say don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And you can get our free investor guide at bitcoinadvisors.com in a link found in the description below. And the first thing I do want to check in on is Bitcoin dominance taking a little bounce up from 41 to almost 43, and that's interesting, I would say, here on the daily. And then the fear and greed index, we're ticking up from a 73 to a 79. People are getting more greedy. And then I'm going to put it right on Solana, kind of the big winner here. Solana up 5% today, even with all this volatility. And another thing we do want to note is global open interest making new all-time highs from 7 billion last week to 12.8 billion. So a lot of people putting on positions. Funding rates are trending up, but inconsequential at the moment. And this is more bullish. Global exchanges reserves continues to go down, meaning people are taking coins off exchanges, and that's essentially more hodling, more of a bullish indicator. And the global leverage ratio got extremely high yesterday and this morning, and usually indicator that a local top will be put in. That is what I think we got this morning. We initiated some downside targets, but it happened, very, very quickly. So I suspect a long squeeze, nailing everybody who went long with leverage. And right now that wouldn't be a short squeeze. So let's look at the price action charts themselves. I'm going to pull up Bitcoin on the daily, which we did have yesterday, a closure above the topside Challenger band, above 51,500, initiating targets up towards that $55,000 mark. But, obviously that's where the over-leveraged confirmation, a lot of people watching that level, seeing the breakout, getting some leverage and going long, and what happens? Some sort of a massive washout, which is typically healthy because we don't want all that leverage in the market. So what I am looking at here on the daily time frame, very important for Bitcoin to save itself by its own skin, is a closure above 47,000. That'll be happening in 4 hours and 50 minutes. And on CMEs, right now, we're closing in about 2 hours. So we do need to close a daily above 47,000 to remain with the daily uptrend, which is higher lows and higher highs on a daily time frame. And I have been pretty open about my view as to why I think the macro low was put in, and I'll just throw on really quick our secondary charts and our blue buy signal, which was put in here on August 7th. And what the blue buy signal has shown us over time, and you can backdate this as far back as you'd like, is once we get the blue buy signal followed with a higher low on the daily and BBB WP getting an 80% read, then a macro low has been put in, and Bitcoin has never come back and broke below the last higher daily low, coming in at about, call it 37,500 on CMEs and about 38,000 on spot price action. So that is my overall opinion. Now we will be able to judge some things by the closure today, and we have to always look for what comes on, what destroys the narrative, what is the invalidation point of our bias to have an uptrend. And that's the thing I'll continue to harp on is trend, volatility, and momentum. Trend, momentum, and volatility. If you can follow those things, you can get a general idea on where this market is going. So, Solana still the most impressive chart thus far. Making new all-time highs, still on a daily. We're at 174 right now, and this thing is still in price discovery with the next target coming out of this 4-hour consolidation. The next target is going to be up there around $217. So how can we come up with those targets? You can use our Fibonacci retracement tool just like that. And where does that give us? Let's look at this this 4-hour consolidation. There you go. From about 180 down to 130, and the next target coming in at about 219. If we can close another 4-hour candle above 186, that's what I'd be looking for. Now, another thing to note on the daily is this, as long as, and I'll put on our regular charts just because that is more pretty. I'm used to it. Here we go. So as long as we've got Solana closing dailies above, I'd say 130 or 134, we are going to be making higher lows on a daily time frame and remaining with the upside bias. What I will be looking for to judge a short-term, medium-term pullback is bearish divergence on a daily time frame, and that's the only way I would, as this thing is in a blue sky breakout. So what would you need for bearish divergence? It'd be higher highs with higher or lower highs on RSI, and we could have 3 drives. This would be 2 drives of bearish divergence, but we do not have a local high confirmed yet, and so definitely want to be keeping a close eye on this guy. And what would invalidate kind of our target up to 117 is if we do get a daily closure back, I'd say below 150. That would kind of, say, hey, this is probably not going to happen. So until that does happen, I am looking to be cautiously bullish on Solana. And Cardano, here's what I'm looking at on Cardano. If we have a daily closure below 253, it depends on how aggressive you want to be, but this is not looking good with Cardano, and any kind of a lower high might be a good time to do what you think is good to do on a lower high. But I do want to put the focus back on our higher term time frame closures, which happened for Ethereum, which was our weekly closure, which gave us a move. We had a weekly closure above the topside Bollinger Band on a new weekly high. That's generally a very, very bullish indicator. So that just happened alongside a monthly closure above the topside Bollinger Band. Sorry, let me show this a little more clearly. So the monthly had a closure above the topside Bollinger Band, and the bi-monthly also closing on new highs above the topside Bollinger Band. So could this be a monthly backfill where we just, did a little backfill and this market keeps on marching its way up? Well, I guess our invalidation point for Ethereum is going to be on the daily. If we start closing anywhere, I would go as conservative to say anywhere below 3,300 or 3,350 on a daily. So again, could be a quick washout. Over leveraged traders, let's keep a very close eye on this. And lastly, I did want to go ahead and draw some free Bitcoin. We did have a contest, and should we get a drum roll, I'm going to go ahead and do it for us. All right, I'm going to draw somebody's name here. And who do we got here? We got Sage. Okay, Sage, we're going to get this information back to you. Be looking for an email with instructions to receive your free Bitcoin. That's all. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.